Today we sit with actor and singer Rotimi. You've seen him on Power, you've seen him on Coming to America. He's also had platinum singles. Now he's gonna take you on a journey of his new album, In My Heart, In My Veins, which is the double album that's gonna feature R&B and Afrobeats. And Chan got some song suggestions. So here we go.
Hold up, limitless, take a stomach, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision, I can trust. Limitless, take a stomach, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant.
Well, first off, we just have to say, Fred, I hope you're enjoying London. Maybe you could make some money out there, do some rounds for the pivot or something. So we got a new host today.
Yes, sir.
Rotimi has joined us, and we've already had him on the show. We enjoyed the first show. We kind of went down memory lane. We talked about the TVs and the movies. We talked about the music, growing up in Jersey, what it was like being Nigerian descent. But now we're just gonna talk about his new album, which is gonna be a double album. You got R&B and Afro beats. We're gonna go through a few of the songs. He's gonna tell you how the songs came up, why he wrote them that way, why they're played that way. And Chan is also going to audition.
Oh, Jesus.
To see if he could get a track
on
the new album as well.
Bro, I got some concepts for you.
Oh, God.
So Pivot fam, thank you for pivoting with us. This is Channing Crowder, I am Ryan Clark. Obviously, this is Rotimi. So Ro, tell us a little bit. I saw you said, you know, it's gonna be Afro beats and it's done. It's gonna be R&B and that's done. How did that concept come up for you?
Well, since I saw you guys, a lot has happened, bro. You know, had new management, different mindset, and I realized during that time, I wasn't really happy with where I was musically. I wasn't really happy where I was kind of just career-wise in that space, just trying to figure everything out. And I needed to make a change. And then I made the change, and with that change came new perspective, new enjoyment, new fun. Really went to the label and was like, listen, man, like, I feel more like myself again. And listen to what we create. So basically me and my manager, Punch, who's also an incredible songwriter, we just hit it off, and then it was like, yo, like, let's just talk about life. Let's just talk about what you go through. Let's talk about the stories you've been through. Let's have fun. And usually when I was making music back in the days of In My Bed and Love Rhythm, all these big records I had, I was filming Power. So I'd have like 2 days to go make something happen and just wished and pray to God that I come out with a hit. And we kept doing that, so you kind of start thinking that's okay. And being 3 for 3 with that, with Love Rhythm, Love Somebody, In My Bed, you're like, okay, well, just imagine what it would be like if I had months like every other artist had. And so with the acting strike going on, all I could do was create music during that time. So it was a perfect storm of just meeting, you know, new energy, releasing old energy, and then also just like figuring out what I wanted to do and what I wanted to speak about. And man, from jump, it was like, during that time, I had so much going on with Power, I wasn't even really a part of the creative process of making music at that time. So I walk in, I'd be like, yo, I got 3 days, yo, what we got? And I'd input a little bit, but it wasn't really who I was. And so knowing that that worked, I was like, damn, imagine if the brilliance can come straight from me again, like it used to when I was back in the day. Meeting Punch, it was like, you know, be you, be who you feel. Just don't think. And we literally were at a space where, bro, like it was melody after melody, lyric after lyric, old stories coming about, and we did the whole project ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know, we did all 18 songs ourselves, and then it was just like, your fans, bro, your fans are R&B and Afro. When you put an R&B song out, the Afro side really wants, they feel like they're missing something, and vice versa. So you're like, what can we do to make sure everybody gets a piece of Rotimi at the same time? What stories can I tell that my dog's gonna feel, the ex is gonna feel, the new joint's gonna feel, the side joint's gonna feel, the main joint's gonna, like whatever you know what I mean? Just stories, bro, you know? And like, it's one of those things where I was literally like, let's just make everything one project. So it's called In My Heart, In My Veins. And In My Heart is the R&B that I grew up with, like the Carl Thomas inspired, the Genuine inspired, the Michael Jackson inspired, the Lauryn Hill inspired side of Rotimi, which is 9 records of great R&B records. And the other side is In My Veins, which is Afrobeats, my blood. So it's like, okay, let's get this, and literally, the artwork is literally me in African garb with my hat, everything, and just the other side, R&B is the chains, the everything, and it's just who Rotimi is completely. And it hasn't been done before. So anybody who says they've done it, you haven't done it. You saw it here first, all right? The R&B side double album, it hasn't been done, so it's like, let's service everybody. Then it was like, okay, well, let's think about this. R&B side is getting what they want, the Afrobeat side is getting what they want, but my acting side wants to see something. And again, this goes to every artist, man. Every artist, every creative. If your boss or your label or the people you work with or the network, whatever it is, don't let them pigeonhole you at all. Because if you believe in something, you're gonna make it happen and invest in yourself. So what we did was we invested bread. I put my own bread and shot a music video for every single record.
Wow.
So we got 18 different mini movies that we shot. We don't want to go the traditional way of basically saying, yo, we got an album, we're gonna promote it for 2 weeks, and then you don't hear nothing about it. Or we're gonna start pre-promotion and stop. We're like, no, let's create a body of work where everybody gets a chance to live with the product, live with each record, visually see me do my thing. I directed everything, we edited everything. It's really my vision with Punch. So it's like, let's just give them something where every 15 days we release a new music video. So now we got 6, 7 months of content where you can just see something fresh from the same project the same way for 6, 7 months. So it was like a thought out process, like, man, like, wow, this is what happens when I get time to think and be creative in the space of music. Oh, it's over. And I believe personally we have the album of the year, bro.
Bro, there was no, I don't say fear,
Yeah.
but you had something that catalyzed that enlightenment that you wanted to change. You were successful already. Last time we talked to you, before the changeover, you were successful.
Thank you, bro.
But what did you see that I had to change? Because that change brings fear. You know what I'm saying? What did you see? And then through that process, like even with the bread, even with doing something different.
Yeah.
Like they say, don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
You just told the people, you really just reinvented the wheel.
We are, bro. And I think when you believe in your gifts, and what needed to change was I needed to step out of fear. You know, a lot of fear I was fear driven in the past. I was trying to just make things happen and I can't fail, I don't want to do this, so let's just do the typical. And it's like, no, yeah, the typical is successful to this point, but the greats are the ones that trailblaze, you know? And I want to be here to trailblaze. I don't want to be another R&B guy that did this. I'm already doing something that most people can't, whereas be a platinum artist and then have a #1 show or be on a movie. I've already accomplished that, but to sustain that, it gotta evolve. And I realized that doing it this way is just, it's cool. We'll get numbers, we'll do this, but nah, I want you talking about it differently for 6, 7 months so you have and you can live with a project. And I feel like if this works, I promise you'll start seeing different artists do the same thing. But first I had to realize the music comes first, and music wasn't coming first then. It was more of go to set, go to the studio, study a line. Are we good? Yeah. What was the idea? There's a meeting in my bed. Okay, I got it. Do it. And it's like, dang, that's lit. But imagine if I poured my soul into it, in which we did this project.
The hard part is you are all of these things.
Thank you.
The multiplicity of Rotimi is that he is an artist, he is an actor, he is a creator. And you kind of became all of these things at one time. Whereas we'll see someone who starts in music, and because they become extremely popular in music or have a certain look, they cross over into acting. Or someone who's an actor who realizes they can hold a little bit of a tune, they'll put out an album. But you've been these things simultaneously, which is very difficult. And you mentioned the fear, right? There's a fear that comes with the change, a fear that comes with putting yourself out there. When it came to making these songs, how much of it was the connection you now have with new management?
Having a great friendship first unlocked the discomfort of, dang, what this idea might not work or this. And if somebody's there saying, yo, bro, majority of the time, the first option you come up with is the one. When someone's speaking to you in that way, you know, it's like having like a coach, but then also having like somebody that's just like a dope teammate that's like, every route you run, bro, it's lit. Don't even think about it. Whatever your instinct is, it's mostly right. So just trust that. And you forget how important it is to have that, you know, have a good support system, have somebody who's equally brilliant in what they do. And our whole thing is like, yo, like, allow the experts to be the experts. I know I'm not good at certain things. He knows he's not good at certain things. So for me, it's like, let me shine. I know that for my gift is I can create melodies like it's nothing. The way that people can move and dance and feel the vibe, I can set the tone of the record. We then have a conversation, and then he's really good with the pen. So then we go back and forth with that. So then we've made a record that comes from a true place. So like, before I used to have writer, different people fighting for percentage and fighting for different things. And so they're all super talented. Shout out to my brother Marquise Rashad, who's extremely talented. But this new way of thinking is like, the music gotta come from me. The music gotta come from someone who's around me all the time now too, who's lived a similar way and has similar mindsets. And also, everything happened at the same time where my spirituality grew. You know, like having God in my life and being extremely focused on that has changed everything, because I don't walk around in fear anymore. You know, I walk around knowing that I am anointed, and I walk around knowing that, you know, he gave me a gift to give all my gifts before this time is over. So I forgot about that because the noise could be so loud, but then when everything is quiet and you're able to focus on the craft and then focus on God, it was like, oh yeah, it's time to go.
When you're doing a lot of things at one time, it's like when you're in power and your character in that show is such a pivotal character, right? Someone that, like, you're tapping in because you're gonna see Ghost and you're gonna see Tommy, but you want to see Dre too, right? Like, and then you go do music and you make Me Today in My Bed. It's like, oh, he could do that too, but you could jump right back to power if that doesn't work, right? When you pour into something, you say, this is me, right? This is who I am. It's not, this guy's not writing, that guy's not writing, this person ain't coming up with melody. This is me and my homeboy, and we really giving you ourselves. What happens if it doesn't work?
You don't think that way. You know, the way I think about it is that if I give all of who I am, there's no way I can fail. It doesn't exist. It doesn't make sense. And it's never crossed my mind, because I know that we're talented enough to audible that will make it make sense. You get what I'm saying? There is no, dang up, that sucked. No, it's like, yo, it's not moving the way we need to move. All right, cool, let's figure this out. You know what I mean? And again, I credit that to sports, you know, having that dog mentality of like, yo, okay, cool, I missed this tackle, I didn't make that jump shot, but I'm gonna play great defense and then steal it and get a fast break and go get a dunk. So it's the mindset of always audibling and just going with the times. Again, I had to realize I can't be on social media. I can't be acting, studying lines, this. So I say, yo, bro, I'm getting off socials. You handle socials. His strength is, yo, dog, I know the culture. So don't even worry about it. I'll just let you know what you need to know. So when you have that understanding, I can now focus on this. And we always compare ourselves to like Steph and KD, where it's like the 73-9, you know, Warriors, where it's just like, you got it, nigga, I'm here, I'm in the corner spotting up, you got it. So it's like that mindset. So when you have that, it's undefeatable.
You got 18 on the new double album.
Yes, sir.
You ain't just do 18 songs. It was some on there that y'all, you know, y'all put together, and then y'all got to be honest with each other and say, nah, that shit ain't fire. Out of them 18, how many times did y'all sit in the studio and be like, yeah?
I swear, bro, you're gonna think I'm crazy, bro. But when it's coming from a pure place, like in anything, it's been so dope that we're like, nah, this not gonna work for this project.
Got you.
It's like, you know what, because of that record that didn't work, let's make a whole R&B album next. Or dang, that wedding song is lit, but you know what, let's make a whole wedding album next. So it's always, yeah, we don't make scraps. Nah, we don't do that.
And also too, that had to keep a level of positivity around the project.
Absolutely.
That it was, okay, it's not that it's not right, it's just not right
now
for this project. And I think that's a huge piece of it too, talking about the spirituality, but the energy that's involved in the project. And so let's say you're walking down the street, right? We're in NY now.
Yeah.
You're walking down the street, somebody sees you, and they're like, oh man, you know, I saw on your social you got this new album drop. What song should I listen to first?
Yeah.
So if you had that song in mind, what song would that be?
Ooh, brother, man, I'll tell you. Fam.
They're alien now, right?
They're
alien. They didn't came to the earth. They meet
alien.
you and they're like, hey man, you're the earth. You're this world's representative. Tell me what song on your album lets me truly know who you are. What song would that be?
Wow, okay. If it's from that perspective, so I'm gonna answer that. But we formatted this album where we can look at somebody and have a conversation with them and know that we have a song for you. Wow. It's not like the traditional way of, yep, this is the single, y'all. We putting everything in $1,005 on this, so this is the one we gotta go with. No. It's like every song is lit, depending on who I'm speaking to.
Got you.
That song is for you. So if I'm speaking to an alien and he's like, y'all wanna learn about you, I have a song that tells my whole life. We talking about gambling and like, y'all like to gamble. I'm like, oh, well, bro, I got a song called Bet It All that's explaining how I'm risking everything, putting my chips in for
Like
love. So I can play that for you. You know what I mean? If you like, dog, I like traditional R&B. I'm like, oh, I got you right here. Look, man, timing on our side. I got you. So it's understanding who I'm playing it for. You know, if I'm playing it for any type of different person, they'll say, I will make that decision at that point. But if it's an alien, like you said, going to your point, oh yeah, I'll tell my life story, and I got that for you.
All right, so you said Bet It All, though, would be Chan's song.
Yeah.
So this is the first time this ever happened on the Pivot, right?
Okay.
You only do this with Pivot fam.
Love.
We're gonna play that song right now, listen to a little bit of it, and then you can kind of tell us how it all came together, what it means, some of the things, you know, so then when I listen to it, I can explain to people around me like I was there when it was made.
I got you.
We was in the studio
Man,
with him, He just came out the date.
Hey, you start lying, I was sitting right next to Punch. He looked at me and he was like, you like this? And I was like, no, tell him sing it like this.
right. I love that.
So what's your wager?
I'm going all in.
Sure.
Put everything on the table, you feel me? Yeah.
How you gon' type back but you never call? How you gon' write that with pictures on the wall? How you fuck me off, so I'ma go on by the fall. I'm all in, girl, yeah, we can bet it all. You talk big shit, but you never took a loss. If you wanted it, I bought it, I ain't care about the cost. Turn up your drip, hit you with the sauce. Nothing but hearts on the table, baby, this one's for the lovers. We can bet it all, yeah, I'm all in, we can bet it all. No more games, we can bet it all, baby. Baby, this one's for the lovers. We can bet it all, yeah, I'm all in, we can bet it all. No more games, we can bet it all, baby. We can bet it all.
All right, okay. Okay then, Chan. That for you, Chan.
Yeah.
That for you, Chan. You go.
That was something, man.
Okay. We one for one.
We judging right off bat now. We gotta let him know right off bat.
He was like, yeah, maybe the album should be 16 songs. Cause these two we don't really like that. All right, man. So I mean, obviously there's a ton of betting references in it, but it's also, you know, for you and your lady or for a relationship. So how does even that concept starts to play for you and Punch?
So literally we'll get the beat and then it'll be like, okay, this feels good. I don't know what it's about yet, but I might just start just skedaddling melodies and just vibing. And then he'll be like, yo, bro, what do we need? I'm like, well, particularly this particular beat, we don't have this type of hip hop driven beat where guys can feel like they can ride with it, just chilling. We don't have something like that. All right, cool. So let me make melodies that can fit that energy. Cool. Get the melody right. Then it's like, you know what? Damn, we were actually watching Jokic or something at the time. We were watching something, and I never was into parlays and the apps and stuff like that. So he was actually teaching me this. So I'm like, he was like, yo, bro, like, what if we make a song talking about betting, but it's like betting your chips, and then we can say like different wordplay on that, where guys who rock with that lifestyle will rock with it, and then women who will just love how it sounds or also rock with it, makes sense for everybody. Let's do it. And so it just came about, bro, and it's just being as creative as possible, where it's just not the typical R&B, you know, it's just really focusing on penmanship, really focusing on every melody that matters, like, and we just rock with it, man, and it'll just be naturally what the vibe was, and then, again, that song itself has its own video, too.
That process, though, like you say, it's so easy. You know, you don't get platinum just, hey, man, we watching a basketball game. Yes, we're going to go platinum real quick.
I mean,
like that process, because I heard, I think it was Busta Rhymes talking about Biggie.
Yeah.
Where they just play the beat over and over again, and they say he just sit there with his eyes closed, and then he'll say, I'm ready, and go in the booth and spit. Like, how long is that real process?
Well, for me, bro, so the thing about it, too, like, I didn't study, like we talked before, I didn't study acting, right? So I always had to just trust my intuition. So I had to trust my instinct. So the gift that God gave me is that my intuition, my instinct, when I start second guessing things, that's when things fall astray. When I naturally do something, it's usually what it needs to be. So in my case, his process is that, but my case is a little different. But then having someone who's also meticulous about how they are with their pen, it helps a lot, because I could fine tune certain things, but when we get in there, it's just natural, bro. I can't explain it. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't know how to explain it. It just trust the process, genuinely.
Yeah, in trusting the process, at what point of it do you feel like, okay, this is exactly what this beat needs, this is exactly what this thought process needs, this is exactly what this theme needs, right? Because it all has to meet. Like, you can hear the beat, and like you said, okay, we don't really have sort of that hip hop beat, because that's the first thing happened. As soon as I heard the beat and y'all were talking over it, you start vibing, right? You start vibing, and so for me, that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Because that means I could just put it on in the car, and then now if the wordplay matches and the melody matches, that's when you get a hit. At what point through the process of making Bet It All where you're like, okay, this is exactly what we need?
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll make like 6 or 7 melody options, right? And then I'll send them over to Punch, or if we're there, I'll just, he'll be like, yo, that feels good, I like that one. Or I'll be like, no, I can do better, boom. So we'll do it, and then, again, dude is extremely crazy with the pen, so it'll take 20, 30 minutes, bro. It'll take, and then with the wording, then I was like, okay, bro, like, you wrote mad words, that's not gonna sing right. So like, we gotta just figure this out. So then that process will happen where we're fine tuning it, where now I gotta make certain words sound great on the record. So in doing that, I'll be like, oh, if I say, bet it all, then it's like, it should probably, I can't say bet it all on you, but let's keep it at bet it all. You know what I mean? So little things like that just to make the song sound stronger. So it's consistent compromise, you know what I mean? And it's very hard to find that, but it's when you get it, it's lit.
Okay, so I have a question, because I'm all interested now.
Oh, God.
Make me an album. It's gonna be terrible, but I just want to go through the process. We ain't gonna listen to it though, Chan.
Oh,
we just gonna make it.
Yeah, don't waste your time. We ain't wasting no wax.
Like the melody process, right? Like, I don't know about you. I don't know if you drink, but back in college, I used to drink a ton. And every time black athletes get together and they drink, what happens? A freestyle competition breaks out, right? Like at some point, we gonna rap. It might be terrible, but we gonna rap, right? And so you try to find like a melody to whatever beat it is. What's that process? Because you said you send over a few melodies. Are you just listening to the music, and are you actually singing real words to because if he hasn't written yet, or you haven't written them yet, how are you finding like the process to be on the beat or whatever it is?
So again, the music will literally speak to me, right? Gotcha. And again, I believe that when it's right, everything is anointed the way it should be. So I will send a voice note for, like, example, Bet It All. I'll be like, 3 kids all day, for play. 6 dog that and fucking all day, basically you're my day. Like, and he'll be like, oh, 6, oh, you're already doing counting. So 3 kisses, 4 plays, 5 hearts, 2 nights. Wow. So we'll fill in the blanks. So basically that's what will happen.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I'm kind of already saying it, but he'll just fine tune it and put the lines to the dots.
Okay, Chad, since we're gonna make an album, can you introduce a couple of song ideas to him?
I want to ask you this too, because you make a lot of love songs, and I've made some love to your songs. But you don't never hear a beat.
Look at his face.
Not to you, to your songs. Yeah. I've had some meetings in my bed.
Okay,
But
you're welcome.
you don't never hear a song be like, this make me want to knock a bitch out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because every beat can't say, two times. No, like, man, shit, this beat, let's get it.
You want the man to make Nuck If You Buck?
Yeah, I'm not saying Nuck If You Buck, but just, man.
That'll be your feature? That's what you want to be on?
No, you know what? You wanna see some of my concept?
Okay.
Okay, give him a couple, Chan. He got a notebook.
You got, I'm fire with the pen as well.
Okay, all right.
Don't use no hands, I got my own.
Huh.
So can you tell me the theme? Like what would sort of be the theme of this song?
I can beat my own meat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I got hands, you know.
Got it.
You can have that. That's free. That's free.
He said, thank you.
Thank you. Show me the Kegels, it should be illegal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You want our butterscotch.
Oh my God.
Okay. That's free.
Okay.
Yo, coochie ain't got no headache.
Oh God.
You know when they say they got a headache?
Yeah.
No lower body has a headache.
So
that's it.
So what
Got
you're
it.
basically saying is
Got it.
you told me your head hurts and that's why we can't do it. But what's wrong with your waist down?
Waist down.
See, you can have that too.
Ooh, we gonna call that waist down.
Ooh.
See,
Man.
now we're working together. That's called synergy.
Yes, sir.
I like that. That's gonna be a great song.
Thank you.
That should actually have a Nuck If You Buck beat to it.
It is. And I got this. This is more of an Afrobeat one, probably. Let's run the red light, no cops around.
You just
Wait,
nasty.
what time of the month are you talking about running this red light?
See, you went nasty. We could just be talking about driving. But see what your mind went? See what they, see there?
Okay.
I was talking about, we just, you know.
Just driving.
So,
We about one for four.
There.
Yellowish red. We gonna call it sunset.
Oh, we back at it,
You know what I'm
Jay. You're a freaking genius.
See, I feel like I'm in the studio right now.
That's how it goes. That's how it happens. We just made a song. We got, wait, what we got? Was it waist down?
We got waist down and sunset. That's you. That's you.
Man,
That's all you,
brother.
G.
Yes, sir.
Man,
lit.
we gonna call the whole album The Pivot.
Ooh.
By Channing Crowder and Rotimi. And me and Punch gonna be the executive producer.
Yeah,
we gonna produce.
Okay.
Man, all the athletes out there know a single call can change your life. Everybody is impacted by one call.
Hey, man, that's the truth, man. I remember getting a call on draft day. Coach called in and said, hey, Taylor, you ready to become a Jaguar? Of course. And that changed my life forever.
Switching to Visible is an important call as well. Your wireless carrier is trying to run the score up on you. Visible gives you the game plan to beat them.
And that's one-line wireless with unlimited data. Talk, text, and hotspot on Verizon's 5G network, giving you up to $120 in savings.
Hey, look, man, kick off 2025 by switching to Visible. Lock in a rate of $20 a month for 24 months, taxes and fees included. Use the code word PIVOT24.
And visit visible.com for unlimited data with unbeatable value. Ends 12/2/2024. New members only. Service on Visible plan for 24 months required for full promotional value. Additional terms apply. See website for network management details.
All right, so we got our album made.
Yeah.
The Pivot.
Yes, sir.
What's the next song?
So the next song, Seeing the Vibe, we're gonna go with a record called More Life, right? More Life has like that Afro but Caribbean drum, but it's like, it's from a place of pain. And it's also from a place of just saying, yo, I wish you more life. It's more of saying, you know, I pray for you. Everything that you go through, no matter good or bad, we're gonna pray through it together. You know, in Caribbean culture, they say more life, it's celebration, more life to you. So it's kind of bringing my story of what I kind of feel, Caribbean vibe, Afro vibe, and enough that like if you're a go-getter, if you're a survivor, you'll respect this record. And even to the point where visually when we shot the video, it's of me boxing. So just to give you a mindset of what it is. So it's the fight of life, more life.
the people out there struggling to be strong, fighting battles alone, you know what I'm saying? Just know somebody praying for you. I wanna wish you more life, no dark days, no more poor nights. I fought so hard for the tall lights. The war not done cause it's more fights. I really, really wanna wish you more life. Hold all the games for the fortnight. I pray God's peace over your life. I pray the Lord give you more life. No more dark days, no more hard times. Only more life.
Okay.
Only more life.
Okay, we 2 for 2, Chan.
We got two?
We 2 for 2. We got 2 for sure.
yeah.
Well, we got 3 because we already heard the first single that dropped. So we 3 for 3 right now. I do want to ask this question, like being an artist and giving, like you're finally giving us a piece of you.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is something you've poured yourself into.
Yeah.
We talked about some of those other hits you've had. You know, Chan said you heard what Chan said.
Yeah, I did.
And so as you grow, so will your music, so will your product. How has, you know, becoming a father to your relationship with Vanessa, how has all those things changed the way that you not only approach life, but you approach work?
It's all or nothing now, man. You know, and I even add one when we didn't know how acting would be affected, where it was like the strike, or how long the strike was gonna go on. So you got 2 kids and a wife, and one part of your life is kind of on hold. It's like you gotta pour everything into it. This has gotta go crazy. You gotta stay up and record and stay up and brainstorm and keep your mind fresh. So it's like, it pushed me to a place that I'd never been before, because it was always like challenge yourself. And usually in the past, like things would come a little easier and I wouldn't push that extra work in because of like, it was good enough. And then God willing, it was successful. But now it's like, with successful or not, you can't settle for anything. So everything is fine tuned to every level of thought process, game planning, and just giving my whole body and soul to this project.
Is it awkward to be evaluated face to face? We never heard those songs.
No, first time.
So like, you know what I'm saying?
For
I know you
anybody
do this.
listening or watching,
Yeah.
it's not like he played us a song and was like, hey, do you think this one's good for the show?
Yeah,
like
nah.
literally, he's just rolling these off.
Yeah, and just to see like, I'm presenting, like you say, my heart, my life, my, you know, work, months of work
Yeah.
to you right now.
Yeah.
And we sitting here in live action. Is it ever awkward? Because I've been to, I don't want to put their name, but I've been to a listening party, and the album was terrible.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd knew it was terrible.
Yeah.
And the artist knew it was terrible by the crowd.
Right.
Is it awkward to present months of work to even to a room like this or to a crowd where now I'm being evaluated on the spot?
No, because the confidence is what it is. There's no way that I could feel like you're not gonna vibe with it. You know, we've made it to that point that it's like, it's bulletproof. You know what I mean? It's the same thing as like if you study a game plan and you go through everything and you go through the practice and you're killing in practice and you just got named to the Pro Bowl and it's like, yo, you gotta make this play. Do you think that you're not gonna make the play? You know what I mean? Everybody's watching. Do you not? You know you're gonna do what you need to do. And so that's kind of where I'm locked into. That it's undeniable music, man, genuinely.
How has your spirituality growing affected you, though? You know, because there's so many ways that goes. It's sometimes people find their relationship with God and find a place of spirituality where they step away from certain things, and that's the main focus, the only focus. And then there are other times, because of that relationship, you're allowed to grow in your passions and your gifts that God has given you. Absolutely. What do you think has been the biggest effect of that relationship growing?
I'm purely who I'm destined to be now, with no distractions. Following Christ, bro, has made me not drink. I watch what I say. It's eliminated the spirit of comparison. It's eliminated doubt, fear. It's highlighted discernment. It's made me follow just the voice of the Holy Spirit. You know, and so I don't question things. I don't question anything anymore. Like I sit in who I am supposed to be, knowing that I'm purely following Him. So if it's not the way my small human mind equates it to be, I know there's a bigger thing. and I will live in that. So when you say, yo, what if it's not working? It's like, oh, it wasn't supposed to work that way. That's just my thought, but it's supposed to go this way for the better. And when you really live in that space of knowing that it's always going to be better, it's a sense of peace that no one can take from you, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
And something RC asked me recently on the show, the work-life balance, but your work is a lot of different jobs, and I'm sure you can be on more sets.
Yeah.
You could be in more stuff.
Yeah.
You could be home with the babies. You could be home with your beautiful wife.
Yeah.
But you can also be at the studio.
Yeah.
Like, what's the thought process, the prioritization of those different levels of your life?
Well, they all complement each other because having V, like, she's the glue behind it, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that I know that my kids are in the best hands of any human, that eliminates that worry, you know what I mean? But then I've learned by doing so many things and learning from Jamie Foxx and Tyrese and 50 and T.I., like my whole life, my whole career has been guided from day one by people who are musicians and actors, from starting with T.I. to then Jamie, then 6 years with 50. So it was like, I've seen what it takes. So I've learned that compartmentalizing is what it's supposed to be. So being here, I'm locked in on this interview. I'm locked in and talking to my dogs. If I leave the studio, I'm locked in and talking and figuring out the music. When you have a beautiful partner that makes sure that you can do that, it's half the battle, bro. It's 75% of the battle. And like, I'm in a position where my work isn't my work, it's really just my destiny, bro. So I'm just walking in that, you know what I mean? So it don't feel like work, it's just, I get to create make-believe all day. It's not work, you know?
Yeah. Bro, this Cavs start has me thinking about the old Bulls, right? You go back to Pippen, Rodman, Michael Jordan, and the record they set, winning 72 games. And then you move that forward and you think about the Golden State Warriors who were chasing those trailblazers, who were Michael Jordan's epic team, who I think honestly could have won more games if they had that rabbit to chase. But to me, that's why they were the trailblazers of this basketball, not only the big three, but teams chasing those huge numbers. And you talk about the 82 game seasons.
Bro, I know what you're saying, though, because the JBL Tour Pro 3s, they are packed with innovation. You can't stand out by following. And y'all know that's what we're all about here at The Pivot.
Y'all know, but they don't know, but I'm gonna tell them. The JBL Tour Pro 3 are the first earbuds with a touchscreen charging case on the market.
And with this built-in, one-of-a-kind audio transmitter, you can plug and play with any device, from game consoles to in-flight entertainment, music, podcasts, you pick, and the JBL Tour Pro 3s are the perfect connection to it. Plus, you get spatial 360 sound that takes any audio and turns it into a 360 immersive experience, for music to podcast and more.
And y'all can't forget about the instant EQ customization. I love it. And it's got true adaptive noise canceling to get them babies out of your ear on the airplane. The JBL Tour Pro 3 is the Pivot's go-to. We all got them. And remember, the first doesn't follow. Y'all gotta grab y'all a pair of Tour Pro 3s at jbl.com.
So if you have to think about, okay, where is this going? How does this apply to what I am doing at home, right? Like when you go through sort of the song making process or giving us a part of you, is there ever a time you're in the studio and you hear a beat and you go, okay, this makes me think of my babies, or this brings me back to when I met Vanessa, or when I proposed, or you know, the ceremony of joining our lives. Does that ever play into the part of song making?
Yeah, it does. It plays a big part because I know that there's a lot of people that are experiencing what I'm experiencing. So if I can be the microphone for that, then I would love to do that. So for example, like with that breakdown, I have a song called Blessed that makes me feel like, oh man, like I'm blessed to live every day. I literally have everything I need. And that's what that was written for, because I'll go home and I see my kids and my son, he's 3 years old, but we got it to the point where he's like, his brain is processing what 8-year-olds are doing. So he has to be homeschooled because he's already 4 years ahead, and it's because his mom is there. And so it's like, I have everything I genuinely need. I've gotten closer to God. We're back on TV with The Shy, you know? So it's like, everything is, I'm full. And we wrote that from that perspective. So Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, you know, we've been running through saying, okay, what should be next? I mean, I think you brought it up perfectly and gave us the prequel to what we should listen to, and we're listening to Bless.
Yes, sir.
Baby, baby, yeah. No stress, too blessed, not pressed, living on the edge, so blessed, I must confess, I'm walking bold, in my heart and soul, holy water, in your pool, take me under, make me new, holy water, in your pool, take me under, make me new, holy water, keep me cool.
Hold on, Punch. Hold on. I'm finna argue now. I'm finna talk about Punch and Rotimi and your marketing plan. Yeah. There ain't no way y'all was gonna come here and Punch is like, well, that wasn't on the list, but you know, we'll play it now. What the other 15 songs sound like then if you weren't gonna play that one?
Hey, brother, listen, man. The conversation leading where conversation leads, brother. If that touched you, then I've done my job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, and that's a testament to just feeling good, making music that people can relate to. And I know you blessed. I know you blessed. You know what I mean? So, again, it's just whatever the time and the vibe needs, because that's gonna be your favorite for today, and then you're gonna listen to something else and be like, oh, this is my favorite for now too.
But the craziest thing, I'm listening to that song and I look at the end of a movie when everything comes together.
Yes.
Yeah. The credits start rolling.
Yeah, the credits rolling, and the mom and dad then got back together again. The kids are saved, and that's the credit run.
Absolutely.
That was hard.
And that will be on the Afro side.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So those are the ones that be on the Afro side, and so Bet It All will be on the R&B side, and so vice versa.
You switching up the vibe a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
From before.
Yeah.
Is that, like you're saying, is that the right? Is that just maturation? Because even listening to it, you know, you got the melody, and then now back-to-back songs, you got that second drop the bass line out. Is that the maturation of your music?
Absolutely, bro. It's finally just being who I'm supposed to be. You know, like I haven't been able to do that. I've been blessed to be a part of moments that showed who I am, but this is really in full showing who I am.
I mean, shoot, I bought the JBL joints too, because I thought we was gonna, joints got a screen on it too. I thought we was gonna have to use these to vibe. KK then hooked us up through here, so we got it going everywhere.
Lit.
Yeah, this is
Dual Pro 3s.
Yeah,
These the new ones here, brother.
Well, we really had to do something with him, because Chan ain't gonna never really spend good money to get nothing good for himself. And I was tired of walking around with him where he had wires connected to his joint. So now he could control it from his phone. He think he cool.
You know they give you free headphones on the airplane?
Yeah.
That's what you use? Man, kill him with the free. Thank you, United. I appreciate it.
Hey, so every now and then, Rotimi, man, you got to use your brand to help your friends out.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So we was like, shoot, who can we do a deal with that actually benefits Chan?
You blessed. You blessed.
He blessed too.
You blessed.
He blessed too.
You blessed. You blessed.
Who are the people closest to you? You know, obviously it's always going to be your wife, but closest to you that you share the journey with. You know, because this, like, even as we're going through the songs seem like a journey, right? Like you're taking us through a story, but it can't be all work, right? It can't be, it's like, okay, I'm focused on this project, and there's no release. Right. What do you do to step away, and who do you go to keep things in perspective of what you're trying to accomplish?
First and foremost, bro, God, man. Like that adds so much peace, because we get so caught up in idolization of other things that, like, you forget that the true source of peace is in the Bible, you know? So for me, when I have a second, I'll probably put on a sermon, I'll probably open the Bible up, find a couple verses, and it just puts me back in, like, you know? So, like, trying to look for it in other people besides my family, my wife, didn't do anything for me. You know, it actually ended up making it more where I was giving more than receiving. So it was never really relaxing. You know, it was always making sure that's my personality, make sure everybody's okay. So is it really me stepping out and doing something? So what I did was just really spend this last year, bro, was music, acting, family, Bible.
Love it.
And that's what it was, bro.
All we know you for, like you said, music, acting, everything, and the power to shine. Like, is there more to it? Could you do a daddy daycare? Could you?
Movie, you talking about acting-wise?
Yeah, like acting. Could you do a Are We There Yet? Could
Yeah.
you? Because we see you as, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This dude is gonna go knock a dude out, but like, is that something you want to do? Would you want to do one in family movie?
Absolutely, bro. Like for me, that's why, shout out to Lena Waithe, man, because just being a part of the Shy, it's really, okay, I'll say this. I was telling Punch this the other day, and I was telling my wife, I'm like, I've been on TV for 10 years, and no one has seen me ever smile for 10 years.
Wow.
And at first it's like, yeah, and you think you'd be like, oh, that's a real stat, you know? And so being a part of the Shy, where funny enough, I'm playing like a pastor, you know, but he's a pastor who's just smooth with the ladies. So I'm able to just bring God in a little butterscotch effect, you know what I'm saying? So I'm cheesing, I'm having fun, I'm being charming, I'm doing all these things, and it's like, man, like, so when people are able to watch The Shy season 7, they're gonna just be able to be like, man, I've never seen him like this, you know, and I've never seen him in this light. So to go to your question, it's like, I would love to, bro. Like, that's going to happen, you know, and this is the first level of that, so people can then start changing their eyes on what they see Rotimi's acting as to be. And we've been successful in that. We can always do that, but this is the first level of, oh wow, I've never seen him like this, and I love what I'm seeing.
I saw an interview with you. It was you and Tayana a while back when Coming to America came out, and you was like, yeah, I tried to ask him could I drop a butterscotch line, you know what I mean, in the movie, but you did get to show even a different side in that. All right, so I know the people are gonna be mad. We can only keep him for so long. We can't do 5 hours of listening. So you gotta give us one more song that you want played today.
Yeah, all right, so look, for this last one, bro, I feel like the missing piece to like who people think Rotimi is them not necessarily knowing my story from top to bottom, right? They don't know that I'm from Maplewood, New Jersey. They didn't know that I've been singing since I was a kid. I'm Nigerian, I was a wedding singer. I was in a group with Jay-Z's nephews. I was broke, and when I auditioned for Power, I was broke in LA. I flew myself out, only had $2,000 left and bet on myself. They didn't know those stories. They didn't know that I stayed in a motel for a month and a half, just watching my money go while I'm waiting for the call to get on Power. They don't know these things. So we put it in a song where lyrically, if you listen 100%, you'll get exactly who Rotimi is. And I think for the fellas, I think they should, you know, they'll vibe to this and really get the story of who I am. You might have to listen to the whole thing on this one. You might have to listen to the whole thing on this one.
I finally felt like I had it all together. So it was only right to name my baby boy 7. One day I want him to listen to this and hear his dad's story. The story starts before I even turn roll. First booking before I even turn 4. Mama and daddy, they had to earn more. In front of them crowds, I had to learn so. Singing at weddings, that was my world, though. The fire inside started to burn slow. I was a diamond surrounded by all these pearls, though. And Timmy grew up and had them girls, though. Had the girls going crazy. High school ballin' wasn't playtime. Maplewood Jersey wasn't her safe drive. Singing for hope, I had to take mine. Performing for Jay, there was no break time. Baby boy, it's my time, yeah. Baby boy, it's my
Talking to my son, telling my son.
Now it's my time, yeah. It's my time, yeah. Baby boy, it's my time, yeah. Baby boy, it's my time, yeah. No chains on, but I was shining, baby. Everyone thought I was crazy, but it's my time.
That's the one.
I like the lyrics. I like the lyrics.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's like y'all think it was a hotel, $30 a day for a motel. Before the money started to flow well, Bob charged me half like a wholesale. Every dollar I had used to count then, way before I had all these clout friends. Then I got the call, said I booked it. They gave me the recipe, then I cooked it. It's a big rich town, trust me, God is so great, yeah. Through the losses, never lost faith, yeah. Power was lit, it's never hate, yeah. But the music was ready, it couldn't wait, yeah. I was grinding, straight to the top, I was climbing, baby. No chains on, but I was shining, baby. Everyone thought I was crazy, but it's my time, yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay, took us to church too before we left.
Oh, that's wild.
Man, like honestly, bro, I just never thought, like when we started this platform, you just never know where it's gonna go or the relationships you can build. We've kept in touch since the first time we did the show, and for you to trust us with this is huge.
Thank you.
For us.
For me to be the first one is a blessing, bro.
Yeah, we don't even know if there's gonna be another one. So, hey, right now, dog, you might be the first and the only ever. Hey, until you just drop another album, we just do it again.
We do Sunset. We do Sunset. And we do it. It's the last one.
Don't hate on it, man. I'm gonna get my body together and shit, because he wanna take his shirt off all the time.
Right.
So we
Man, so just give the people everything they need to know, man, to know, where they can get it, when it drops.
So I Love Me Some You, the single is out now. And I don't really like calling it the single, but it's the first one of this beautiful project that we just let go. So I Love Me Some You, In My Heart, In My Veins will be dropping. It's time, man. Like, again, that's 4 of just what it feels like to be around my dogs. There's so many different vibes, you know what I mean? I think everybody's gonna be able to get exactly what they want this go around with Rotimi. It's a double album. You'll be more than satisfied with everything. So we rocking.
Nah, man, I love that, dog. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, my dog.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
all love, bro.
Chan, what's your it's gonna be the pivot ... what though? Like what's gonna be like the full name of the album?
Nasty.
Pivot ... nasty.
You like that?
I like that.
We don't. We actually don't. He actually doesn't like it.
I'm with you.
Chan, he actually doesn't like it. The man just told you they all about positivity.
I'm not mad at anybody. You got an energy for somebody out there.
Somebody go buy it.
Somebody is the representation of you.
Pivot nasty.
You see how our minds, you see it?
Baby, just pivot nasty. Okay.
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Limitless. Take a stomach, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the